So thanks for being here at the 27th Meetup, the Hawaii iOS Developer Meetup. Let me just quickly turn off that light so you can see it.
I got it.
No. All right, so this week's quote is from Steve Jobs. I think one of the things that really separates us from the high primates is that the tool builders are going to study and measure the efficacy of locomotion for various species on the planet. The condor used the least energy to move a kilometer, and humans came in with a rather unimpressive showing, about a third of the way down the list. It was not too proud showing for the crown of creation, so that didn't look so good. But then, someone at Scientific American had the insight to test the efficiency of locomotion for a man on a bicycle, and a man on a bicycle, a human on a bicycle, blew the condor away, completely off the top of the charts. And that's what a computer is to me. What a computer is to me is, it's the most remarkable tool that we've ever come up with. It's the equivalent of a bicycle for rockets.
Great quote. Yeah.
Yes.
Where'd you find that?
I think it was from online.
I like it. Yeah.
Upcoming meetups, check the meetup page. Adam's going to be doing a talk at the next session on fun with the news. Today's pro tip is a bit of an audio one. So something I found along the way of using Xcode is that you can actually set audio to breakpoints. You guys have done this before? I'm just going to do a quick demo of it real quick. I'll use the code that we're going to be using today, Firebase, and I'll just show how to do it. So we're just going to create a simple loop, and we're just going to make it ping maybe 5 times. So I'm going to change this with a command, comma, change it to presentation so we can see, and let's just code up a quick loop right in here. I got a view that load right in here, so I'm just going to put 4 loops. So 0 to, let's say, 3. Just to do some loops. Make sure that compiles. Okay, I'm going to do it from here. I'm going to this one. Just for simple for loop.
Okay. For in, I think as a so underscore in. Yep.
It's been a while since I just wrote a simple for loop without iterating through it. Okay, so we're getting that going. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to create a breakpoint number 30, and then to get into the particulars of the breakpoint, I'm going to hold Control, get into Edit Breakpoint. So it's a really cool thing. I'm going to zoom in right here so we can see it. So for this one, let's add an action, and I want it to play a sound. So I'm going to say sound, and let's pick a sound. Wow. Jared does sound ball. I'm trying to fold. I'm not sure if I'm returning it. Well, let's pretend you can hear that. I just add a sound in here and choose whatever sound you want. And as you execute it, so I'll just do it one. It's going to stop here, but for this breakpoint, I need to just run through. So that one to continue running through. So for the sound. Keep that running, running. And then as it goes through, if we add some, it's kind of a way to maybe get that index out of bounds. So
Nice.
So we stop this one. Clean out this code. Okay, so back into housekeeping. We're lucky to be hosted at HICapacity. If you're interested in a member, HICapacity.org. Also, please keep all communications on the Meetup page. Bathrooms outside as well. Free tools, spectacle.app for screen sharing if you're interested in using that. Just give me your email. Sorry, I'm getting mixed up. Spectacle app is for Windows management with keyboard shortcuts. Screenhero.com for screen sharing. If you're interested in using that, just give me your email. You can get yourself with that. The agenda for tonight is going to be introductions, and then we're going to be discussing Firebase off just with email for this session, and then also Firebase ads if they come in your app. So before we get into that, we're going to go to introductions. So does anybody want to start first?
Sure, yeah. I'm Adam. I'm a full-time iOS developer. Originally from Connecticut. As of right now, I'm working on a video chat app for a client, which people can, instead of leaving comments on a blog, you can actually like go to this video chat room and discuss things and keep things a little bit more civil, which is, yeah, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, that's it. Working in Swift 3 on that project, so really happy to be working in Swift.
Nice. Neil?
Yep, Neil, I guess win for the week. Definitely made the next version of my app, we were talking about earlier, the 1.1. A week after I released the app, and I already got ideas for like other apps, so my hand is spinning.
What's it called?
Test Your Swift. Yeah, all together as a camel case. Yep, it's a quiz app for kind of learning Swift.
Sounds great to me.
Yeah.
Mike, did you want to introduce yourself?
My name is Mike. I'm from Japan, and I've been here for about 16 years now. And I'm a programmer. And I do mostly at work. I do Microsoft things, ASP.NET and C#. But in private, I do iOS and Android programming. And I like JavaScript, so lots of React and React Native stuff. Basically,
Using native script.
so native script, no. And and Firebase looked interesting to me, so that's why I came here.
Cool. Thanks for being here, Mike. Appreciate it. Isis, did you want to introduce yourself, or you want to?
Oh, I was just
That's cool.
kind of just
Yeah.
be a passive listener.
Okay. Sounds good.
Oh, and I myself, just one of the account members. Let's say, just a second, it's just great.
Jonathan, you want to participate at all? You good?
I'm Jonathan, HICapacity member.
Please, John. I'm David. I'm from Hawaii. I'm currently working on a physics-based car racing game. I'm currently stuck on drawing an SK sprite node on a UI image. I'm able to do that, but I guess I want to make my code a bit cleaner. I'm interested besides computers, gardening right now. Just cleared some weeds today. Okay, so that was the introductions. Does anyone have anything they want to talk about before we go through this kind of tutorial?
Yeah, have you thought about using ARKit for your game?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, we'll do it.
Have you had a chance to download everything, try to test it out yet?
I've looked at it, I've watched them, but I don't know how to do 3D models at all.
Okay.
So if you do try it out, I'd love to see what you do. Or
I would suggest Turbo Squid for downloading free 3D models.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. I've used it for projects before.
nice.
Squid.
Turbo Squid. Okay, so we have we're going to be covering Firebase Auth today. And did anyone have a chance to go through the tutorial that I sent out?
I'll take a look at it.
Okay.
No.
It's pretty straightforward. I'm going to go, I guess, medium speed. Feel free to just ask questions along the way. I don't think we're going to take much time doing the auth, and then we'll break for maybe 2 minutes or something for questions after auth before we go into the ads. So here we go. So I'm going to be using the same project that we used last session to just set up analytics. So I've got that right here, full screen right here. Take down the console. So we just have it right here. I'm just going to run it. It's very straightforward. Last time we integrated Firebase. So it's pretty straightforward. If you're interested in learning how to do that, you weren't here last time, you could just review that video from last time. Going from this point now, we have set up a Firebase app on firebase.google.com, and we've brought in some events. So the next step we're going to take is we're going to be creating 4 view controllers. One is going to be for logging in, one is going to be for signing up, one is going to be for resetting your password, and one is going to be the view that you'll see once you log in successfully. So I think it might be helpful for me to show what we're going to be creating before I actually create it. So I'm going to just head over and open up the project where I'm integrating it, and I can showcase what it's going to look like once we have all the code done. While that's loading, I'm also going to bring up this page. This is the link that we're going to be using as my posting. So start from the top, and I'm just waiting for this one project to load and see if it's under view. So I'm going to just bring it up. While that's going, start showing what the view controls are supposed to be. And I'm going to this project. So currently in our main.storyboard, we just have a single view controller. We've added 2 buttons to track events. So how about let's add 4 more. So I'm just bringing up the side panel, and I just want to add in some new controllers. So this will be just add some. So this line. Before we do this, see this is loaded, so I'm just creating a login page. Set up my own just fake thing. You'll see the ad right there in the bottom. That's the integration of the ad as well.
Oh. Test it.
It's a basic login. Type in your email address, password, login. You can also go to sign up. So it's just 4 view controllers. I think you guys get the picture. I'm just going to start. Close down this in there. Also going to close this project just to save some CPUs. Okay, so go back to the top of it. We're going to just be adding 4 view controllers. So there's 1, there's 2, there's 3. So we've got 4 view controllers. Next thing we want to do is let's just make colors so we can keep them separated. I'm going to be using the same colors they have in this document. So we've basically set up a project already, and we scroll down. So it looks like blue for login, orange for sign up, yellow for reset. So I'm going to just go blue for this one. Blue. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to be pulling in 4 view control files. So let's create 4. I want to make sure I have the name correct, so I'm just going to come back to here. Let's see. Scroll. All the stuff you scrolled through, we've done already. So just move back. So I'm going to take the sample project just to save some time. So the four we're working with are going to be, and I'll go over these two. They're just simple view controllers: sign up, home view, login, settings. I'll zoom back out. I'm just going to drag it in. So we have these. So please copy. Now we have this for italics. Okay, so those are set up. And then we just want to make sure that it's coming in on the login. So I just want to make sure that this one is set as the initial view control. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set labels for each of these so we can make sure that we know which one's which. So this one. Next one over. This one is called. It's going to be a reset password. And the orange one is going to be sign up. We're just items. Okay, so we have those four set up. The next thing I want to do is I'm just going to be adding, I'm basically replicating this one right here to go through the tutorial. I guess I want to ask you guys for feedback right now. Would it be helpful if I went through the tutorial web page from the top to the bottom to kind of give it, if you want to replicate it yourselves? Would it be helpful if I start from the top in the article, or do you guys not have any preference? So head back over to the tutorial. So we created the project. This is where we're going to be headed. But now, we've already set up Firebase. Does anyone need to see how to set up Firebase online? Has everyone seen that? Any questions about that? So that's been set up. Let's move over to, we've got the plist as well. And we're going to be just adding in Firebase auth in addition to the Firebase core. So I'm going to have to head over to the terminal. Check that right here. So you can see. And I want to just open up the pod file. So I'm going to use Sublime and pod file. So we see that we have Firebase core already installed. We're just going to be popping in Firebase auth here. We'll save it. Get back over to the terminal into the pod install. Let's go. For this last step. Okay, so we're done installing the Firebase authentication. So let's go back to DQ. This has been done. Done pod install, and we are currently inside of the Firebase 2x workspace. The next thing that we're going to need to do, which we've already done in the project, is we're importing Firebase into the app.io. So you can see that that's already been done right here. And then we've also had the Firebase app configured, which you can see. So we continue going down. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to jump over to the Firebase console, and you'll see that I have it set up here for the project that I'm working on. All we have to do here is we just want to do a signing method. I'll go full screen so you can see kind of what the console is. But I've gone over to authentication for this specific project, and then I go to the signing method. And all I'm doing is enabling email sign-up. That's all I'm interested in right now. Maybe in another session we could take care of signing in with the phone number, Google, Facebook, Twitter, all that sort of stuff. But for now, we go into here. This one's already been enabled because I've done this one already. So I'm just going to save it. So now it's set. We're set. That's all the Firebase console stuff we need to do. We head back over to the page. So this has been done. We're scrolling down, see now. And now we're heading over to that file that we dragged in, and that's sign up view control. So I'm going to move this one to the side, navigate over to sign up view control, and look at the code that we have created. So what we're doing in here is we have to just make sure to import Firebase and Firebase auth into this. So I'm just going to import. And the next thing we're going to do in here, since I moved these files into this project, I need to connect the user interface elements from main.storyboard to this file. So I'm going to full screen this. I'm going to retain these. I just commented them out so I can have the names be consistent. Computer's very slow today. Okay. Next, we're going to move over to main.storyboard. We're going to link it up to this sign up. So I believe that the sign up right now is going to be this original. And we just want to associate this specific view controller with the file that we've created. We've dragged it right here. So it's just sign up view controller. So click on this. It should go complete for now. Let's see. Sign up view controller. Any questions about connecting this? We all pretty much know how to do this kind of stuff. So I'm going to do the same thing for all three of these. So with the reset password, I'm going to make sure that this one is associated with the reset. Reset. There we go. And let's move over to this final one for the login. What's this one? Login. Make sure this is selected. Great. So we have those three set up. This final one I just want to set up is going to be the home view controller. So it's like control it still. One more step I want to do on this one. I know because inside of the code there is a not full implemented code, but there is code for doing a segue. So I know that I need to name this specific view controller inside of the storyboard. So I'm just looking for that code. I believe it's called main. So I'm just going to search for it. Okay, so it's called main. We'll copy this one. Just because we're already here, I'll just take care of this. So I'm looking back at this. I'm just going to associate this one with the storyboard ID. So that's okay. So we're going back to the blog for all the time. So we're on and stuff. Install as well. So here we also have this one. Stuff is done. So now we're back in the sign up view controller. So we're on the sign up view controller. What we need to do with this one is we need to create an email text field and a password text field. So I'm just going here, text, dragging in two. Also zooming in this one, so we can alt copy this one, so we just get it down. And also, I'm not going to be messing with auto layout at all today, just because it just takes too much time. So I'm just going to set these up pretty easily. Do a placeholder for this one as well. So this password, just for the placeholder text there. Okay, so that's been set up, and then I believe that we also need to adding a few more links. These is sign up, login, and reset password. So these are just buttons. Add these in. Sign up. Then what we need to do is we need to associate these two text fields and the buttons with, or actually just this button with the view control. So I'm going to full screen this one. So back to this. I'm also going to go with the, this one's called complementary content. And I want to make sure that this one is bringing out the sign up view control. Okay. So all I'm doing is I'm just bringing these over as admin outlets. Control drag, and then I just want to make sure that this text is the same as this one, so there are any disparities in the code. Just going to paste them in. So we're going to call it email text field connected. Then we're going to connect the password text field. And then finally, we want to do an action inside. So we should drag it over. This one's going to be called create account action. And make sure it's attention. So now those three are set up, I can actually just delete this second code because we've just replicated that. Okay, so those are created. So that now we go back to the tutorial page. This has been taken care of. Now I'm just going to copy this in and let's just have a quick discussion about what this is going to do. I don't think you guys will watch me type this in. So I'm going to go back over to sign up view control and just paste this. We're just going to be pasting this specific code in for the action for the button. So let's just digest this one. What we're doing right here, also I need to just do some updates to the naming of these. It's just changes. Also, this is an option. I might be one here. Let's see. So save it, build. And that should build. So now let's kind of parse what it's doing here. So when they click on the create account action button, if the email text field doesn't have anything in it, we show an alert view controller. It says, please enter an email password as not verified. You present it, that's it. If there are stuff inside of the email text field, it's been checked right here. We just make a call out to auth.auth.createUser, and then it takes the email that you wrote into the email text field and the password, and it goes to Firebase through the connection that you set up inside of your program by importing Firebase and using your Google plist, and it goes and just signs you up. It's really straightforward. So how about, before going on to anything else, I'm just going to try to sign up right now. Just go for it. So that's been saved, it's been built successfully. So next, I just want to move over to the main.storyboard to make sure that I have it set as the initial view controller, which I believe, okay, so I want this one to be the initial view controller. So I'm going to go over here and I want to make sure this is initial view controller set. I want this little arrow right here. Also to make it a bit easier, I'm just going to drag this guy to the left. So we have the left to right. So that's built successfully. Let's run it. So what we're expecting with this one, because we have signed up for this service with our Firebase for this specific project, let me see what this enabled is. We can just put in an email and a password, and it should just have us signed up right now. So we're just waiting for it to. Any questions or anything along the way?
Is it possible to create an account to a password?
Let's try it. I don't think it would be, but we can try it.
Usually many apps you just push the sign up button and they send the email, and I need to click the email link to go to the password. Can we do that?
My only experience with this one is setting it up through a view controller. So I'm not sure. So when it comes up, Tyler, I'll try and sign up without a password and see if it gives an error. Like, I can't really comment on the single button click. Try to Firebase install for the sign view controller. Any suggestions on speeding this up?
It's like 6 characters is the minimum for Firebase. So it was last year.
So I think that settles it, Tyler, is that you can't sign up for an account with no password. There we go.
Let's say I'm the only one that waits for a simulator to work.
It's good to know I'm not the only one. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in and just sign up. So anybody have their email that they wanna stream? I'm gonna use a fake email just because I'm
Yeah.
someone say David at David. And then the password's gonna be David. So we're gonna be requesting the sign up for Firebase server. So it's been sent over. It looks like we have a issue as a crash. Doesn't contain a view controller with identifier home. Okay, so what it does is it wants to authenticate or create an account, and then it wants to send us over to a view controller named home because there is a segue created in here, I believe. So I'm going to have to go stop execution here, head over to the view controllers inside of, I believe, I'm just looking for a
Go to the storyboard.
Oh, okay.
You want to just you want to call your view controller's storyboard identifier called home in the storyboard. So go to home. And then it's not the type. Go to yeah. There we go.
So I believe that maybe the login is meant to be main and this one's meant to be home. So I'll change this one to home. Let me change this one to so there's wrapping into this one. I'm just going to quickly look into some of this code because I'm suspicious of where that is being called. Okay, so right here. Let's see. So we're just waiting for it. It succeeded. There we go. The attachment much faster. Okay. So now it's creating an account. I'm going to just change out the name that I put in now because I believe that account exists now. So I'll just use So it's taking us to, we're signed up, we're in there. I'm going to switch over now to Firebase, so I believe that we'll be able to see those accounts that we created now. Click on users. There we go. So those are 2 users created right now. It's really straightforward, not too much code to get right.
Yeah, my concern is in this flow, anyone can create your account, right?
Right.
If they know your email address,
Right.
No, because there is no confirmation process.
Right.
Mm.
So that would be one reason why maybe not to use this one. We'd be using a different service, Google or something we already have. Okay. Any questions at this point? I'm going to move, if there's none, I'm going to move over to the login screen now so we can actually verify that this is working. So I just want to make sure with my users, I'm going to be using this next one. So I'm going to just rely on you guys to remind me that it's david@neely.com. It's David from last one. So now we'll move back over here, close down the simulator, head back over to main.storyboard, and then bring in the aspects that we need inside the login screen now. And I'm curious if I can just drag these over to this view controller. Has anyone had that experience? That you just drag them over to a copy between view controllers? Okay, possible? Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to just grab the ones that I actually just want to go over to this one to verify that I have it working.
Looks like they added email verification this year. This is a setting you can choose to have that, yeah. Firebase block has it.
So I'm going to need email, password, sign up, and reset password. And over here, login. What Adam just said, I'm just Alt drag these over. Copy.
I've copy pasted before. I'm not sure if Alt dragging works or not.
So I'm gonna just grab these all to copy, go into this view control and paste. I'm just gonna skip that. I'm just gonna do piece by piece. It's a little bit longer. Okay, so I'll be bringing in this one for lobby. Be renaming it lobby. And then I'm going to bring it into a lobby. So I'll do sign. Reset password. And then finally, I'm going to do 2 text snippets. Let's go to Alt drag. So I'm going to get to it. See it? And while we're at it for this one, I'm going to update the display settings of text in here so that we don't see the password. Also going to do placeholders. This is just placeholder text that I did before, and then I want to update this to display password. Does anyone have a quick read on that one?
I think it's appearance. No, it's one of these things down here though. Oh, secure entry, secure text entry.
Yes.
That's it.
Okay, so now that we've set that up, we need to hook up these storyboard elements to view controller. So head over to, I'm actually going to bring it up as a console part here. Close down the console because it's just going to be busy in here. Sure, this one selected. And then I'll do this one. So we'll bring it up, and it's still on setup or sign. I want it to be on login, so I'm just going to go for automatic login control. There's the aspects that I need. Again, I'm going to do the same thing and comment these out. Just so email text field. That's exactly what I did last time. Paste the meeting for the outlets. I'm also going to copy this one. Control drag over. And paste the meeting for this outlet as well. Find the login action for the login button. Control drag. Go. Paste that one. Oh, shoot. Okay. Not meant to be. It's not meant to be outlet. So and we're trying to see if something is this cool. Change it to action. Okay, so we're set there. Next, I'm going to move over to the tutorial. I'm going to be scrolling down to the login page. So all I'm doing, I'm not going to type this out because it will take forever. Just copy it. And we'll walk through this one as well. So this code goes into the login view control. Also at the top of this, because we're going to be leveraging Firebase and Firebase authentication, we need to put those imports in. Save that and build it. And again on this one, I'm looking for this change. So I'll delete this, remove the option. And I'm also looking for this one. So we have, last time we got messed up because it was set as main. This one's also set as home. We've set that already, so it should be fine. That's all set up. Does anyone, I mean, I'll go through this code. So again, if nothing is input for the email or password text fields, just shoot up an alert view for it. If it is, then it's going to go to Firebase and it's going to attempt to log this in. comments you can read through. If there are no errors, it's going to say you've successfully logged in the console, and then it's going to show this specific the view controller associated with the identifier home within the storyboard that we've created. So anyone have any questions about this line? Does it make sense? Have you guys encountered this before? So if there are errors that we're going to get, again, we'll show just the alert. Save that. So this time, what we're going to do is, what I want to do is, I believe I just built on this one to make sure it builds. Before running it, I want to set this login now as the initial view controller, just so we don't have to do any kind of navigation. Should we get right to it? So I'm going to have to head back over to main storyboard and set login as the initial view controller. So go to this one, set it as initial view controller, and we can verify that it is initial view controller. So there we go, saved it, let's run it, now we're going to test it.
Now it's question for like marketing purposes. Can you, once you have a list of users and emails and all stuff, are you able to extract that out of Firebase and be able to say like an email campaign or something like that?
I imagine you'd be able to. Are you talking about thousands of emails? Some way to export it.
Yep.
My only experience so far with Firebase has been just being able to see this view. I don't see any like exporting. And from what I've read online, sometimes you need to utilize BigQuery if you want to take a ton of your data out of Firebase. And BigQuery is a paid service.
Okay.
But I can't really comment 100% if it's possible to just export this. Maybe now that you have a Firebase account, you can go into the console and you can actually see if you can. And let us know if you can. Okay, so it's building up. So I'm going to move back over to the simulator and let's test logging in. So, does anyone remember what the email was? Okay, so
David at Uni.com.
And our password was David. Let's test it out. Fantastic. We're logged in now. How about you want to test it with a fake one, see what it does? I mean, with the incorrect password. So quit the simulator. And then we'll go back again. Okay, so we have about 15 minutes left. I'm going to do a mad push for getting the ad log to see that as well. But I really want to just get maybe the reset password done as well. So I'm just going to really blitz it. If you guys have questions, just feel free to ask them. I'm waiting for the simulator to come up right now. And then we can test out what kind of message it gets. We're expecting that alert view to come up if the password's incorrect. But it will be taking that validation on Google's side. We don't have to do anything, which is fantastic. I think another great thing about Firebase is we don't have to deal with things passwords. We have to worry about, it's a lot of work. So just waiting for this one. While this is going up, I'm going to step back and there's attention. Shoot. Oh, we're still up. Okay, so I'm going to put in David. And I'm just going to put ASDF on this one. Let's try and log in. So let's log in down and see what happens. All right, incorrect. And this is all taken care of for us. It's just great. Okay. Any questions? Any questions before I head over to resetting the password? Okay. So I'm going to head over to resetting the password. Before I head there, I want to just set it as initial view controller. We're going to roll jumping back and forth. I'm going to head back over to the blog tutorial page so we can just grab that code. Scrolling down to the reset. Logout's trivial. There it is. I'm just going to focus on the reset right now. So here's our code. Head over to the reset. Get the category on this one. I believe for reset we need the following attributes, which are in the starter project. Zoom out a bit. Okay, so for reset password, all we need is email, and then I'm gonna forego these. All these are segues that we can set inside of Storyboard that just moves between these different view controllers. pretty trivial, so I'm not going to cover it. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to create an email text field and reset password button. So here we are. Let's put some text. For this one, I've done this one before, and we won't really be able to show the outcome of this one because this is actually going to be emailing me a link to click on to reset my password online. So just a heads up that that's what's going to be. So I'm going to go over here. This project again. I'm just bringing back this one. Email and reset password. Okay, so placeholder. Email. Okay, so that's set up, and then I need to set these up in here. So I'm going to copy these up again. This is very pedantic.
You can just drag them.
Oh,
So
yeah.
take that dot and just drag it to where you want it to go to.
This one, right?
Oh no, from the other side. So take
Oh,
that
wow.
dot and just drag it into the storyboard to where you want it to go.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Thanks, Al. Did not know that. Here we go. So that's set. Let's go left.
You can double check, like click on it in the storyboard, and then looks like it
Looks good.
Nice.
Right on. Thanks. Okay, so I'm going to just set this here. Just this is about me. Here. And then we're going to go back over to the blog. Just copy the code on this one. So from here. And then within here, I'm going to paste them. Before examining the code, I'm going to go back to the top to import Firebase and Firebase. Set. We're going to build. Turn down the console. And let's just quickly talk about this one. So close this view out. Go to reset password full screen. And let's talk about this after I remove this rename. Okay. So what it's going to do is if there's an email specified in the email text field, another alert view. If there is an email specified in the email text field, then we are going to send a send password request to Firebase. And if it works, we're going to just believe it's just printing it. Oh no, it's going to be an alert view. So any questions about this before we actually run it? Questions? Saving and set it as an initial view controller to load, and we're going to run it. Okay, so we've got about 11 minutes. We'll be able to get to the admin stuff as well. So. There we go. So in here, I'm going to put the email that I want to put in. If someone has david@neely.com, they're going to get this email request, which you mentioned. So I'll zoom it so you can see it. It's david@neely.com. And we'll send our reset password request. Great. Successful. So the email password reset has been sent. So you click on OK, and that's done.
Can you try the non-existent plug?
Sure. Okay, so let's put in ASDF at ASDF.com. Reset password.
Should be successful.
There we go. Taking care of us. Or
I don't think it should be error.
you don't think it should be error if there's no user that exists with that email address?
For the security purpose.
Oh, to verify.
Yeah.
You mean? I understand. Yeah.
But you don't have to show it. Like you can just ignore it as the coder.
Oh,
But good point. Okay, so what I've done is today I've taken care of showcasing login, or let's put it in the right order: sign up, login, and resetting the password. Any questions about Firebase authentication? take a few minutes and discuss, or we can jump right into the AdMob integration. Okay, cool. Go right into AdMob. So with AdMob, what I want to do is I want to move over to oh, sorry. Can I just have you there's a camera right there. That's why, yeah. Sorry about it. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to head over to the Firebase console. And that's the heart of where we're going to be setting up AdMob. So go back over to the Firebase console and move full screen so we can see the side portion. We're going to go all the way to the bottom and just give that AdMob. Then this gives us a nice inviting screen. We're going to be clicking on iOS because this is an iOS project. Waiting for it. And it just gives us the documentation right here. So it looks like we just start from the top. I'm just going to kind of really place these fast just because we're kind of short on time. I know you guys got a program.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
No, it's all good. So I'm just going to copy this. We're going to do a pod install with the pods. I'm going to head back over. I'm going to open this up. Let's see. So I'm going to do a Sublime. The computer is letting me know that I have my disk is almost full, so I think it's a good start. Sublime, and we'll open a pod file. And we're just going to be adding it in. So Firebase admin, save it, head back over the terminal, and do a pod install. And wait for that to install.
So when you do pod install, you need to restart, close the project.
No, I think it refreshes itself. So it's then sending the stats back to CocoaPods. It's successful. I'm going to head back over to this tutorial right here. And it's maybe 3 steps right here just to get an ad running. And let's just do it. So we've already imported Firebase. How about if I could just get someone to suggest a screen for this ad to show up on? Did you want to log in? Maybe? Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll head over to our login view controller. So we'll break down this console so you can see the full thing. And then we'll head back over. So we've identified that we want it to show up in the login view controller. I'm seeing that AdMob tutorial is telling us that we need to, again, go into the app delegate to add in just a few more things. So let's head over to our, we'll actually have this one side by side. So let's go right over here. This one on this side, the app delegate. I'm going to go to the app delegate and verify that we have Firebase already here. I believe we also need to add no, we don't have to. So with app delegate, it's fine to just have a Firebase call. But within the app delegate for application did finish launching with options, we just want to add in this right here. A few words of caution on this one. Has anyone used AdMob here? So if you do, so one thing to keep in mind is that when you sign up for AdMob, they're going to give you a application ID. If you use that application ID within your program as you're testing, there is a possibility that Google AdMob will blacklist you because they think that you're trying to game the ad system. So we will go over, I think we'll have time, but we'll go over one way that you set up your device as a test device so that the queries to Google AdMob do not come across like you're trying to scam the system. That being said, I'm going to just copy this code into the app delegate, and it's asking us for an AdMob ID. It's great that they actually provide you with a dummy one that we can utilize. So I'm just going to grab this one. I don't want that period in there. So copy, and I'm going to paste it into here. Okay, so that's been pasted. We'll save that. Another step we need to do in order to actually show the ad is, I'm just going to stick with a banner ad. We can do interstitial ads as well. We can do native ads, which I have 0 experience with. So if someone wants to do a talk on that in the future, I'd be very happy about that. And then also, this is a really cool concept, rewarded video. So has anyone played like Bitcoin Billionaire here? They give an option that maybe some people don't want to see those interstitial ads. So they've actually made it as a game mechanic that you can say, I want to look at it. I want to look at a video in order to get in-game currency. So that's one way for you to maybe think about using reward video. For today, in the interest of time, we're going to stick with just the banner ad. So we stick with this, click on the link to get to the banner ad. Waiting for it to load. Here we go. Video. And right in here, all we do is we identified earlier that we want to show this in the login view controller. So we head over to that. Now that we're in here, we need to just import Google Mobile Ads. Just copy this. I'll save it. And the last thing we need to do, there's actually step-by-step code written in right here. I'm just going to scroll to the bottom just to get the full read of it without having to do anything else. So here, I'm just copying all this code right here. And looking for the view controller, view did load code right here. I don't see any because we kind of did this ourselves. So I'm just going to go view did, wait for the code completion. Go, and I'm just going to paste it in right here. Okay, running through it, we'll go full screen on this one. I believe that this is the dummy code that Google provides. I just want to verify it, so I'm going to open up App Delegate in the side view, just to do a side-by-side comparison. And it doesn't look the same, so I am going to just paste this. I'm going to copy this one.
It's different. That's an ad unit ID on the left. So that's probably like the actual ad itself.
Okay.
And the one on the right is like the app ID. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's probably right.
Let's leave it like that then. How it is.
Super cool. Super delegated load.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So I'm calling the super class. There we go. We'll build that. Doing well. We got 2 more minutes. Almost there. This is going to show the ad right on the top of the view controller. It's going to obscure some of the stuff. It failed. I believe I kind of know what it is. I haven't created the actual UI element, so I'm just going to grab it from the page. Scroll to the top, and it is actually just this one. So copy that. Save. Alright, so it's running. So what we're expecting in the simulator right now is an ad at the top on our login screen. If that works, that will conclude our meetup.
Maybe you do need to import Google Mobile Ads on the right.
Oh, okay.
That's my guess.
It's still attaching. Waiting for that ad to show up.
You put it on the login page.
Oh, shoot. I thought I had changed it. So I'll close this one down. Hit back over to Meetup Store. Set log in as the initial feature. Recap. So we just drag it around there. So we see the ad right there. Save it. So now we should see the ad at the top right here. It's good to go.
It's one day.
I see it, but it's still running a bit. Still running Xcode 8.2. Any questions while this loads? There it is.
Nice.
Right.
Good job.
That's it. So I usually post these projects online, but because this has my Firebase credentials, I'm not going to be posting them. But it looks like maybe you guys have some programming to do tonight, so we'll clear out of here. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Email me if you guys have any questions. Thanks for being here. Thanks for your time.
Yeah.
All right, guys. See you.
Thank you.